waiting outside the Camp Aguinaldo for many.
Good afternoon. I'm Riza Diaz. This is One News Now. Now, aside from getting blacklisted, U.S. Marine Joseph Scott Pemberton is also getting deported. That's according to the Justice Department. Let's get more details on that story. We have with us Ryan Ang. He's reporting to us live from Aguinaldo. Ryan, can you tell us the latest on the story?
Yes, Lisa, as of now, journalists are still waiting outside Camp Aguinaldo for any developments in the implementation of Lance Corporal Joseph Scott Pemberton's deportation order. Yesterday, the Bureau of Corrections already turned over Pemberton to the custody of the Bureau of Immigration, but he remained in the Joint Military Assistance Group detention facility in Camp Aguinaldo, while his documents are being finalized for immediate deportation. The Bucor personnel assigned to guard Pemberton were replaced by immigration officials from his intelligence division. He already secured his NBI clearance and his swab test result turned out negative. According to immigration spokesperson Attorney Dana Sandoval, necessary documents have already been submitted, but Pemberton's flight details and preparations for deportation have yet to be discussed. Immigration agents are now conducting a coordination meeting inside Camp Aguinaldo to discuss logical preparations. The Bureau earlier said that they will escort Pemberton to the airport to make sure that he will be boarding his flight and will leave the country. Risa, aside from the deportation, Pemberton will automatically be blacklisted in the country. According to Justice Undersecretary Mark Perete, a person blacklisted on the basis of moral turpitude or immorality may apply to lift the order 10 years after its implementation. Pemberton's deportation is based on his getting convicted of homicide for killing Jennifer Laude. Risa?
Thank you. That was Ryan Ang reporting to us live from Camp Aguinaldo. Meanwhile, a Senate Minority
May
Leader
tumatawag
Frank
sa akin?
Drilon said the newly signed Bayanihan to Recover as One Act will raise 17.5 billion pesos in additional revenues from POGOs and will fast track the construction of new telco towers in the country. Drilon welcomed the signing of Bayanihan 2, which sets aside 165 billion pesos in stimulus fund for pandemic response and recovery. He says the measure redefined the taxation of POGOs and will thus double last year's tax collections from offshore gaming operators. The so-called Drilon amendment is also expected to hasten the construction of new telco towers in the country. Now, this is due to a provision that temporarily suspends most permits and documentary requirements for the installation and operation of cell towers at least for the next 3 years. Drilon also proposed a provision against the issuance of any temporary restraining orders or injunctions against the construction of cell sites and cell towers, except those issued by the Supreme Court. Now, Miss Universe 2018 Catriona Gray urged the public to recognize the importance of getting tested for COVID-19 as she undergoes another swab test. On Instagram, Gray shared the photos of her RT-PCR procedure at the Philippine Red Cross COVID testing laboratory in Mandaluyong. Now, the beauty queen said she completed another swab test not only to take care of herself, but also for the sake of everyone she comes in contact with, as she continues to take on different projects and work engagements amid the pandemic. Now, in her caption, Catriona noted it's crucial to identify, trace, and treat people infected with the deadly virus, as this will help flatten the curve. She also urged the public to avail of the Philippine Red Cross COVID testing services to be certain about the status of their health. And over at the NBA, the Boston Celtics eliminated the title defending Toronto Raptors to advance to the Eastern Conference Finals. Now, it took the Jason Tatum and the rest of the Celtics all 7 games, but they finally forced the Raptors to relinquish their crown 92-87 in their final duel. Now, the Celtics will now face the Miami Heat in the Eastern Conference Finals in a matchup that looks all too familiar, but without most of the faces from their previous playoff battles. Meanwhile, all is not lost for the Denver Nuggets in the Western Conference after forcing Game 6 against the Los Angeles Clippers earlier today. Veteran Paul Millsap scored 14 third-quarter points to erase the Clippers' 16-point cushion. Then Jamal Murray and Nikola Jokic led a 38-25 surge deep into the fourth quarter to take game number 5, 111-105. Now, for more updates, follow News 5, the Philippine Star, and Business World online. You may also visit our website, onenews.ph, for more in-depth analysis. You can also catch One News on Signal Play app. Register now for a free account at www.signalplay.com and stream One News live anytime, anywhere. I'm Riza Diaz. We are One News.